put under pressure. Like I like I like being put under pressure. Like I need a timeline. I need this back by tomorrow type of timeline. DMV, is she from the DMV? She DMV native, if I'm not mistaken. Rico Nasty had a song with her.
Rico, shout out to Rico.
I love her.
The show.
I love her, but we didn't get around to finishing the record. We didn't get around to finishing the record and fine tuning and doing the video stuff before we had to get back on the road. And she was on tour and I'm on tour, so it was a whole thing.
DTLR Radio, your fashion, your lifestyle, your music, you're plugged in with Fadam Got the Juice, live from the Unruly Sprayground studio on this beautiful, beautiful Monday. Yes, it is a holiday, so they say. We're celebrating some president. I know not the president that's currently in office, but we're celebrating the president. But anyway, listen, we had a really, really, really special guest, a young lady who I have been following for some years now. And I'm going to tell y'all one thing. She a real one. She's an absolute real one, because guess what? She's grown tremendously, but she ain't unfollowed me yet. So I'm good.
Not yet.
I am good. She said not yet. That means it might come one day on some Beyonce. I can respect that though. But I've been following. And the first thing I'm gonna have to say to this young lady is, I'm extremely proud of you.
Thank you.
I'm extremely happy for you.
Thank you.
I've watched it. I've made sure I've supported, and it's just dope to see this.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Monaleo is here.
Yes.
How does it feel being Monaleo?
It feels good. I feel blessed. I was just thinking about that on the way here. I was just like, things happen for sure. Obviously, it's like everything's not glitz and glam. But I was just like, damn, my life is great. I have really worked hard.
You absolutely have.
I've really put in real work to get here. So I feel good. I feel blessed. And I will say you have been one of the people in the industry that I feel like has genuinely and consistently supported me, and it has never wavered. Like, I don't think you miss a post
at all.
I don't think you miss nothing. It's never wavered. So, and I was talking about that with my manager on the way here too. He was like, you kind of been knowing this guy for a while. I'm like, you know what, I have been knowing him for a pretty long time. Like, he's just kind of like supportive. Like, I don't know how else to put it. Like, you kind of stand out. It doesn't give just like, I'm trying to kiss the artist's ass. Excuse me. It just gives like, I just want to genuinely support the up and coming acts. I always see you with the young female artists, the female rappers, R&B artists. I feel like I always see you supporting everybody. So I thank you for being an advocate for me.
You're welcome. I felt like I got cheated, right? The day that you came here with, I remember who you came with. Now, I don't know your situation with them, but I remember you sat in this other seat. I did the interview.
Yep.
And they never told me who you was, never introduced you. So I'm thinking that you just somebody girl or something. I was just like, sometimes the girl travel. And then we walking out the building, and my man say,
I remember.
Man, he was like, yeah, you got to tap in with her too. I was like,
I said, I'm coming back.
Yeah, I said, what's she do? He was like, you said I rap. I said, what's your name? You tell me. I go look you up. I'm like, she got some motion. And I'm like, why y'all niggas ain't saying nothing? Like, she's sitting here and nobody said.
Because my time was coming though. Like, I told you that though. I told you I was coming. I would be here.
I said, I'm going to tap in. And the first two things I saw was Beating Down Your Block and that Outside remix. And I said, this girl hard.
Those were my first two. It's so crazy to think about. Those were my first two like real songs out the gate. And I feel like it really kind of catapulted me into that space relatively quickly, and I had to adjust. But one thing about it, and one thing I admire about my younger self, I was always very like, I never minded being the fly on the wall. Still to this day, I don't have to be the center of attention. Like, I was ready to just come in here and I just wanted to pay attention to what was going on. I was grateful to be in the space, and I told you I would be back here on my own time. So
yes, you did.
I love that about young Leo.
Man, young Leo kept her word. I was like, man, this is gonna be tough. I said, but I'm gonna shoot a shot in the dark. I know the schedule is tight. I know you're extremely tired as well, because having to do a show one night.
Pushing though.
Yeah, having to do a show one night and then hit that road to have to do another show, sound check, all that. I understand it's a lot. So I do say I'm grateful. Thank you.
This is priority to me. I know we came late.
No, you good. Listen,
I know
we
came late, but I would not have missed this. I feel like we've been talking about this, and you support my records. You spin them consistently. When I drop something, you're like, yo, can I get the radio? Can I get this? Can I get that?
I send it.
So I was like, nah, you know what? We got to make this happen. We got to squeeze it in right before sound check.
I'm absolutely not playing. Just because I feel like we all need that support. Especially when we see it and it's natural. And for me, like, it's just a good feeling. I like supporting people. I think it helps when people see they got genuine support out there, and yourself just acknowledging that. A lot of artists won't even acknowledge that they've had genuine support from people at times, and sometimes people forget. And we don't really. I don't take it personal. It's just like, yo, I get it, like, because it's a lot that happens. So it's hard to remember everybody you come in contact with. So, like I said, I always try to just make sure, hey, yo, send me the record. I want to send it out. Whatever I can to be a part of that story, just to help. And I'm also one of them people that's not. I ain't about to throw it in your face and act like, oh, I did some big role. But just like, look, we going to play a part. We going to play the part we need to play. This DMV, and you need some Monaleo, I got y'all covered.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? We going to make sure she good,
Yes, absolutely.
Listen, that first leg of that tour, when you did DC, as soon as I seen the venue, I said, girl, that's too small.
Yep. You said that.
That venue is too small.
I sent it to my team, and I said... Cause I don't pick the venues.
Yeah, I know. Yep, I know.
I don't do that part. So they tell me where I guess they look at your previous. This is a confusing part too about just being an artist that is growing at your own pace and going through the ebbs and flows of things. They were kind of going off on my previous ticket sales, and I had never really done a full-fledged tour before, so there wasn't really much data that they could pull from in terms of like, is Monaleo able to sell tickets? So we kind of started very small, very, very small. And we realized within an hour when the entire tour was sold out and people were, instead of being celebratory that the tour was sold out, they were mad because they were like, this isn't even, and I guess people from the local cities, they were like, why would you even go to this venue? And so now we got to do venue upgrades, and we had to go back to the drawing board, and we had to double and triple the cap size room. So, it was a lot to navigate, but it's a good problem to have, especially in 2026, where it is really difficult to get people outside. It's hard to sell tickets. Even the best artists, it's hard to sell tickets sometimes. So I was grateful to have, for so many people to be excited to see me in this capacity for the first time. So
one thing I'll say for sure is your team, yourself, you do a good job of not whoring yourself out. And what I mean by that is, I don't see a bunch of Monaleo club hostings all over the place.
Really? Because I be...
Yeah, no, so like you...
I be outside.
No, you be outside, but like in this region, I haven't seen you in this region a whole lot.
Yeah.
That's kind of why I knew it was going to go. Because it was just like, she never really been here. Like...
I feel like maybe... I feel like I'm more... My region is I'm more southern.
More southern,
so
for sure.
I feel like I have really run through the South. Texas, Louisiana, Atlanta. I feel like I've really, that's kind of was, and that was my comfort zone, honestly. I didn't really feel comfortable doing things up north or out west. I just felt like, I don't know if people was going to really care to pull up. So every time,
they love you.
Oh, they love me. They love you. I love being like proved wrong in that way.
They absolutely love you. They love you so much that my cameraman decided to bring his lady to work with him today. He don't never bring his lady to work with him.
That's already
yes. And today he said, "Hey, is it cool if I bring her?" I was like, "You work for me. You are good to bring her." And then when I get here, they explain why she came. I said, "Oh, okay. She's not just here because it's a Valentine's Day hangover. No, She said, "Oh, she's coming. I gotta come."
I feel her.
I gotta listen, and I'm not mad at it.
I would have done the same thing. I would have done the same thing. You ain't wrong.
Ain't wrong at all. Now, I had a question to ask you. I was debating on how I was going to start this whole interview process with you today because it's a lot to talk about, a little bit of time because I don't want to take too much of your time. But how did you and Stunner even get together? He walked out the room already because I want to see his face. For as long as I've known this young man, he's been more on the angry side of things.
Really?
And when I say angry, he always like he mad. Mind you, he's cool as I don't know what. Like once I interviewed him, I showed y'all the clip. He was cool.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In that interview we did and all that. But for the most part, I done seen Stunner be mad a lot. Like
I don't think Stunner be mad.
Yeah, of course he don't with you.
Yeah, I mean, in general, though, I think he misunderstood, though. I don't think he's mad at all. Like, there's nothing really to be mad at. I think that's just his demeanor. He has a very, serious demeanor. And I feel like...
How did he step to you? What was that pickup line? Or did you step to him?
He, well, I seen him in the studio first. And it was a very quick interaction. It was just kind of like my manager introduced me to him. He was there recording, he was doing something, shooting a music video, I think. And, they introduced us to each other, and I was just like, hey. It was like, hey. We kind of went on about our day. And then he messaged me like a couple weeks later, and he was like, why haven't I run into you yet? And then I had to remind him that I just met him 2 weeks ago at the studio. And then it kind of just went from there. He was definitely... It kind of just went from there.
It goes down in the DM. It goes down in the DM. I love that for y'all, man.
He's not angry, though. He definitely not angry, though. I feel like he is a very, like, jovial person, if you ask me. Like, he's very, like, silly and goofy. Like, obviously, he's a serious guy. He definitely not no goofy guy, but he's, like, he's playful. He's very playful. I think it's just he's a little standoffish and he's reserved for reasons that, everybody has their...
We all been through it.
We all been through whatever we've been through in life. So I think he's reserved, rightfully so. And I think, when he feels comfortable in the space, he opens up. And I actually appreciate that he has that barrier of, because I'm somebody who struggles with having that barrier of like, okay, I shouldn't be giving my all to everybody that I meet. So he's actually taught me a lot about being more reserved and the power in, reserving your energy.
That's smart. I love that for y'all. I love that for him as well. Just because I thought it was funny. I was just like, dang, I always wanted to know, like, how did that even happen? When I first saw y'all messing with each other, I thought it was dope because, like I said, I was a big fan of Stunner. I'm still a fan of Stunner as well. But it was just like, man, I wonder how that happened.
Yeah.
It was just like, how that pickup line go? Like, girl, come here. And she was like, okay.
Nah, really? Yeah. The pickup line was he's just funny. Like, now that I'm older, I'm just like, I can't believe. I'm glad, we started.
Absolutely.
I'm glad, for sure.
The wedding was beautiful.
Yes.
Y'all
so
killed
beautiful.
that pink. Y'all
Absolutely.
had my man Fresh up there. You know what I'm
Very
saying? Like,
fresh.
it was a lot going on. I love that for y'all. And
yes.
Y'all went big viral. Like, that's the type of, that's what you dream of.
Absolutely.
That's what you dream of.
It was my dream wedding. It was my dream wedding. And my Tasha over here, she's my PA. She's my personal assistant now. She started as my wedding planner. She literally planned the wedding.
Wow.
And I was like, you're so good at what you do. I actually need to kidnap you and take you on the road with me forever.
That's fire.
Because she truly pulled rabbits out of hats for me. There were no expenses spared for that wedding. Any little idea I had, she made it happen. It was my dream, and it was also, I had my family there too, which was also a dream for me. Both of my parents were there. My grandparents were there. Everybody that I felt like needed to be there was there, and I was just, I understand now how rich that really can be, especially when I see wedding videos and sometimes the girl's father has passed and he can't walk her down the aisle. And my dad, he went through his own like cancer battle and battle with open heart surgery. So he had some near-death experiences. So the fact that he was able to be back to, back in good health by the time my wedding came around, I was very I was floating the entire day. That I could have my village there with me to see something so monumental. It was monumental online for sure. Definitely did what it did online, but in person, the energy was so intense. It was so strong. It was so heartwarming, so wholesome, so fulfilling. Like, it was truly a once-in-a-lifetime experience. I don't think I will ever experience anything.
It looked just as good as just making it sound. It was
beautiful.
Yeah, it looked just as good as you making it sound.
It was perfect.
And for me, it was for two people that I've been in contact with. It was just like, man, this is dope watching this. You know what I mean? Just watching y'all elevate, watching y'all grow. It's just like, man, this is dope. Like, I felt like I was there in a part of that story. So, salute to y'all.
Thank you.
Now, this tour, well, actually, no, before I get to the tour, what made you sign a deal? Because you was indie for a long time,
exactly.
and I was wondering, like, is she going to sign? And, like, you had the joints. I felt like you was right there. And I was just like, then the signing finally happened, and my brother Wilt is over there. He was like, yo, we got your girl. So Wilt called me. I was like, thank God.
Yeah.
What made you?
I feel like I had done so much independently. I actually really like this question because I just saw LaRussell was talking about it as somebody who advocates for being independent, and now he signed a deal. He worded it so beautifully. It's not really like I felt like I was able to sign because I didn't have to relinquish any control over my operation.
Gotcha.
I could just come in the situation and it can be a real partnership, like not a pretend partnership, but a real contractual partnership where it's like I have my own leverage. I've built my own brand. I don't need anything additional. It's already here. The layout is here. This is an easy layup. We either doing this or we're not doing it. And I've always had that energy towards major labels because I can do this myself. But I appreciate the support and the backing of a major label. And I understand that there are things that they can do and have been able to do for way before I was even born. So I don't think, shit stops and starts with me. So I definitely I think it's a joint, it's a dual, like, everybody eats, everybody wins, everybody is happy. So I feel like it made sense. And like I said, I've done everything I feel like I needed to do as an independent artist for the past 5 years. So I feel like I was in the position where I feel like I want to take my career to the next level, and I want to have a partnership now.
Baby girl ran them numbers up.
Yep.
She ran them numbers up when they said, like, when you got that kind of leverage, and when y'all come to me, hey, talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. I really don't need y'all, but I can entertain this conversation. So you better talk to me nice.
I shouldn't even say it like that because they do a lot, and I love my team. I love my label. I love my team. I love the fact that I'm being heard. But I wasn't never even afraid of being heard or not being heard because you don't have no choice but to hear me. Like wherever I'm going, you gotta hear me.
And you smoke. You had a feature year last year.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, the Ken the Man joint, the Mellow Buck joint. Like you had a feature year.
Yeah, and Summer Walker.
Summer
that was
Walker,
like a last minute.
Billboard. Like,
Billboard, my first Billboard entry.
Like that's a lot to celebrate, and you bodying these verses.
Absolutely, I got to.
What's our creative space when it comes to writing these verses?
I like being put under pressure. Like I like I like being put under pressure. Like I need a timeline. I need this back by tomorrow type of timeline. For me to really feel like, okay, this is a real challenge for me and I want to make this happen. And I've noticed that I've done some of even the Summer Walker verse, like her project was completely turned in already.
Damn.
It was already done. And I think she just had probably like a little last minute idea and they sent it to me and they were like, hey, we need this by the morning. And it was like 9, 10 o'clock at night. And
you did it.
And I did it.
Shit.
And I loved it.
Now
we're going on tour together. So
and I saw that. Another one, girl, you don't get tired.
No.
You don't get tired.
No.
Before we get to talk about that tour, this first leg of your tour went crazy. I'm gonna tell you something I was really impressed by. I've been to a lot of shows at the Fillmore, right? Of artists of your stature.
Yeah.
You was probably the first one I ever seen with like a full production up there.
Absolutely.
It was a lot going. It's a lot going on in your show.
Absolutely.
It's a lot going on. We got the choir. I thought the choir was just gonna be out there for a hot second though. The choir, they're part of the actual show.
Absolutely.
Who came up with all of this? Thinking the pamphlets with who did the body? I know the military science background. I get that, but who came up with this whole show like this?
So this was me in collaboration with somebody named Jamel Williams. He's so fire. He's a visionary. He will take, so I had already had this whole, my whole objective was to highlight Southern Black American culture. And I had all these grand ideas and I just needed somebody to come in and help facilitate. So when I met Jamel, it was kind of like,
like you
so
I was looking for.
He took these ideas and we fleshed everything out. And what I will say about this tour, it is a full production. I've never had anything like that before, with the lighting, with the LED screens, with the dancers, the choir, the opening sequence that you see. Like we were so particular about every part of the show, from the way that we want the show to run, from the energy that the show carries, the emotion that the show carries. We really wanted to, convey the true nuances of the Southern Black American culture. So I feel like we really executed that well, and we kind of went balls to the wall with costs. I fronted a lot of these costs because I wanted it. I know what I wanted this show to look like. And I know that this is my first time really being able to take a show on the road. And I was just like, it's either we're going to do a really grand show, and you kind of sacrifice a little bit of the profit when you do stuff like that. But to me, it just felt worth it because I wanted them to know. It's a great investment because I wanted people to know who I am and what I stand for and my roots. And it's such a beautiful way to just kind of explain my culture to people who aren't familiar. So.
One thing everybody kept saying to me even before I went to the show, they were just like, yo, it's a really, really good show. That's all I kept hearing. So I was like, all right, we're going to see. And when I saw it, I was like, oh, it's a lot going on. This is a really good, it's super, super active.
Yeah.
And, you put some of my records on there. Although, it's one record I feel like that should have made the cut that didn't.
Okay, which one?
Stomp Down Ain't Never Been Sweet.
That's
sweet.
On there.
That is on there?
That's on there.
I feel like that wasn't on there.
No, it's on there. That's We On It. That's
We On It, yeah.
Well, that's the second song.
For real?
Yeah, that's the second song.
I'm gonna check tonight. I feel like that wasn't on in the first round.
Yeah,
because that's one of my.
That's the second one.
Bigger Than Big. I felt like Bigger Than Big should have been a single, but I know I told Will. I told Will I was like, y'all should have took Bigger Than Big to the radio.
I felt the same way. I felt the same way. I think I felt strong. Okay, so I actually like that you say that too, because a lot of people don't really get the whole process behind singles, what goes on the project, what's the lead single, like they don't really get the process. I felt more strongly about Sexy Solon than I did Bigger Than Big, but I felt strongly about both. I actually felt strongly about, those were the two that I wanted to put on the forefront. Because I feel like they really represented what the project meant to me. So I wanted to lead with one of those two singles. And we just kind of ended up going with... Actually, what happened was, in the midst of us trying to figure out which one was going to be the single, I was still recording freely. And I went to Mike Will's studio, and I was recording there for about 2 weeks straight. And then on the very last day, the last song, the last second, I did Putting You Down.
And that was the last record?
The last record. And it was a freestyle, and it was I didn't even feel like doing anymore. I didn't feel like recording anything anymore. And True Beats, shout out to True, he was there, and he was like, man, I got this beat. I just really want you to get on it, and like, it's going to be good. And he plays it, and I'm just like, it's cool. But I'm actually ready to get the fuck up out of here. Like, I'm actually ready to go home. I've been here with y'all for 2 weeks. I recorded everything under the sun. I'm done recording. And he was like, man, just try it. And so I don't know if we were waiting on the car, or if we were waiting on something. Like, we were waiting to go. And I was like, okay, well, while we was just sitting here, I had ordered some Uber Eats, and I was waiting on my food to get there so I could go order some oxtails.
Okay.
So he plays the beat, and I'm just kind of talking through it, and I'm like, where the fuck my oxtails at? Because I'm literally checking my Uber Eats, and I'm like, when are my oxtails gonna be here? I'm hungry, I'm ready to go. Do this freestyle the entire song in probably 15, 20 minutes. Play it at the end, and he just like, oh man, this is fire, I love this. And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. Leave, go home, send it to my team. Obviously they get the bulk of all the records that I recorded, and everybody's just jumping down on Putting You Down. I actually was gonna give the song to Stunna, because I was like, I just didn't feel like it was a strong representation of me lyrically. When you hear songs like We On That, and you hear Sexy Solon, and you hear Bigger Than Big with the punchlines and the cadence and the flow switches, and I feel like I had more elaborate songs that I wanted to put forward. So I was just like, this quick ass little freestyle is what y'all want me to run with, and I was like, let's just shoot a quick little run and gun video while we get ready to put out Sexy Solon, and we kind of get our gears going, and we kind of get ready to get in single mode. I'm going to drop this to hold people over, and then we're going to come back with Sexy Solon. And then we drop Putting You Down, and it's my biggest record to date.
It went crazy. I'm not going to lie to you. When I first heard Putting You Down, I called Will, and I was like, nah, she got better shit than this. I was like, I like this, but I know, like, this girl, like, she one of them, she go. And he was like, yo, I'm telling you, that's gonna do it. And I was like, all right, well, let's rock. And before I looked up, it was everywhere.
It was everywhere.
Every girl had it on their picture on the gram. I was
it was everywhere.
Oh yeah, all right, we got
and
something.
It didn't take no time. It's so crazy how you think that you don't know. You don't
know what these people are like.
You really don't know. You just
don't
kind of got to keep throwing shit at the wall. That's what I have learned in this process. Like, you could feel strongly about something, and put all your eggs in that basket, and people gonna be like, fuck that, I don't care about this, I want this.
Where's the bonus? Where's the bonus tracks? Where's the extra? Where's, I thought we would have got some more music before this second leg of this tour.
Well, here's the thing about me. I'm not no workhorse. Okay, I'm doing what I have the capacity for.
I can dig it.
And could I have gone to the studio during this during the winter break when we after the tour ended in December,
but you need
between December and February, but I needed time with my family. I needed time with my son. And when I say time, I mean real, like unplugged, like real time at the house. I needed Christmas to celebrate. And in the meantime, I'm still doing shows in between. So it wasn't even really off time. It was just kind of like I had a little bit more time in between shows. Like I had 5 to 6 days in between shows versus 2 to 3. So I was kind of soaking up that time with my family, my parents, my grandparents. I had to make my rounds for real. I had to make my rounds with my whole family. I had to make my rounds.
I feel like you got some Lucy's out there somewhere that you don't have no record that like didn't make the project that you was like, damn.
Of course, I have plenty of records that didn't make the project.
Do you have a verse or do you have a feature that you feel like would have went up that didn't that never dropped that you did?
Yes, I do actually.
Whoa.
Actually, so I have the DMV, is she from the DMV? She DMV native, if I'm not mistaken. Rico Nasty had a song with her.
Rico! Shout out to Rico, friend of the show.
I love her, but we didn't get around to finishing the record. We didn't get around to finishing the record and fine-tuning and doing the video stuff before we had to get back on the road, and she was on tour and I'm on tour, so it was a whole thing.
Damn.
But I think I got things pending that will probably change my life. For sure.
I love that. I love the sound of that. So to my next question, who on your feature list, like your dream? Because it look like everybody's calling you for features. Who are you call? Who do you want?
You know, I want. Yeah, I'm so Texas though. I gotta get out of Texas. I'm so Texas. I want Megan Thee Stallion. I
saw that exchange on Twitter, so I was a little hyped about that.
I want Megan Thee Stallion. I want Beyonce. Obviously, she's the epitome
of Texas,
of the world. To be honest,
that part.
Those are like my top
2.
Mm-hmm. Those are like my top 2.
I can see that. I can see that.
I mean, I just feel like with the Houston, not even just Texas, because people say Texas is one thing. Houston is its own state, if you will.
I still ain't been down there. I still gotta get there.
Oh, we're gonna take you everywhere.
Where are we going when I come down there?
We're going to Area 29.
We're going to Area 29. That's a strip club, right?
Yep.
I heard about this place.
It's the strip club.
Man.
Ain't nothing bigger than Area 29.
Can I borrow some money when we go?
Listen, you got it. Look at this studio y'all in. You got the money.
They don't pay me well. I just got a raise, but they don't pay me like what I deserve. But we gonna talk about that.
You know, I'm gonna call them. You send me their number.
Call them, but I
negotiate.
I ain't gonna hold you. Since I got you in here, I might get an extra raise.
You absolutely need an extra raise.
Exactly.
Let me know who I need to call.
Speaking of Houston, who on your Houston Mount Rushmore?
Beyonce. Megan Thee Stallion.
Megan.
There's 4 people that go in there. Mm-hmm. Me.
Yep.
And who's my 4th? I feel like it changes as I get older. I'm gonna say my granny.
Your granny?
Yep.
I love that. And
it's us 4.
That's 4.
It's like we the strongest women. I feel like I know.
Yo, if Houston had to do a versus against another city, who you putting y'all up against? Who would you like to see y'all? Atlanta.
Of course, you know it got to be Atlanta. You know they had the South shit going on back in the late 90s, early 2000s. It was kind of like we got to go Houston, Atlanta.
What do you think? What do you think the score will be to that? You think y'all will beat Atlanta?
I think we got.
Because UGK and Outkast gonna cancel each other out.
That's what I was gonna say.
Boom. So get them out of there.
They gonna cancel each other out, but we also got. You gotta think we still got Slim Thug, we got Paul Wall, we got Lil Kiki, we got real hit makers.
Y'all do.
You know?
Y'all do.
So I got faith. obviously my money always gonna be on my team.
Okay.
I got faith in us. Atlanta got some heavy hitters for sure. You know, it's a lot of talent that has come out of Atlanta.
A whole lot.
Majority of the industry has come out of Atlanta.
And they didn't resurface.
You meet somebody and they from Atlanta.
Man,
anywhere you meet them and they from Atlanta.
Atlanta didn't resurface hard with all these young girls.
Absolutely.
They going crazy.
Who's your favorite out of the young girls right now?
Mine's YK Niece. Easy.
You love her?
Easy.
I love her.
Her energy is amazing. She got a good grip on things. Yeah. And I remember when they was trying to write that girl off in the beginning. And she kind of fought through it. I never seen her like really get down. I brought her in here for an interview. Her energy was still dope, and this was early. I had her in here.
Yeah,
and it was just dope.
I love the perseverance, because that type of shit is really
it could break you.
Yes, it absolutely can break you. It's really difficult to see. Because especially from our generation, like we grown up online, so when we see things online, it kind of just feels like law. Like it just feels like that is what it is. Like nothing really exists outside of being online. So I really felt for her in those moments. Yeah, to see that, you know. And obviously, maybe I wish I would have reached out personally, especially now that I'm saying that I saw it and I felt away. But it's one of those things you never really know what goes on behind the scenes. You don't. And I've been advised to just stay out of people's stuff. But it hurt my heart to see how people will treat young black girls who are just trying to make a living.
Just trying to
I think that's
themselves.
what it boils down to for me anyway. Like, I think a lot of shit be so petty and so frivolous. And I think people, they get online and they speak freely and they speak so passionately about people that they do not know in a negative way. So to see that was disheartening. But the fact that she never broke her stride, I think is so admirable. Every time I see her on stage,
she just be happy.
She's just happy to be there, and same with like a Bunny B. I feel the same way about her.
Just as silly as she want to be.
It's just I love that.
My girl Bree 3. She had a show last night. They went up. It was her headline show.
I love to see the young black. I'm saying that like I'm literally 24, but
damn, you only 24.
I'm 24. But I'm finna be 25 though, so don't. Hey.
Oh shit! Hey. Okay, 25 coming.
Hold on now,
man. Hold on.
Man,
you done covered a lot of ground.
I have covered a lot of ground. That's why when I see the young girls, younger than me, I just feel like it just makes me so happy to see them persevering through all of this scrutiny. And I feel like it's only getting worse. Even when I started, I feel like I saw so much scrutiny about myself. But now I feel like it is getting really intense. And I just hope that everybody is keeping their head and staying sane and staying level-headed and understanding that all of this shit will pass. It always passes. That's why I just be like, we need more people. We need more old heads to be calling us and telling us that shit is going to pass. Because it be feeling like the end of the world when people don't like you on the internet that day. Feels like the end of the world, but it literally always passes. So you have to keep your head up, and you will be so proud of yourself when years pass and you're like, damn, that was hard, but I kept my head up through that shit. Like, I never let nobody see me sweat, nobody cry and get on the internet throwing no fits. Like, I just, I stayed solid through it. So that's what I want to tell the girls.
Right before you came in, my cameraman, his lady really just asked me about something that I went viral for last year or the year before. It was an interview with somebody, and it just
I seen it. Imagine my surprise. I was like, Fadam, what the fuck?
Hey, listen, I was
imagine my surprise.
I was like, God damn, you know what I'm saying? But even with that, like, I just kind of...
Was that difficult for you? I'm not even trying to be funny. I did not look into that. I remember seeing a clip of you. I don't even remember. See how quickly shit passes? I don't even remember what it was about. I don't remember what was talked about. I don't remember what was said. I don't even remember what the issue was. I just remember seeing you sitting on a couch with the icon. And I was like, Fadam. I was just like, damn, Fadam is doing his shit.
Yeah, I was doing my shit. Yeah. It was good until the internet.
What did you do? What did you do?
I responded to somebody that she hated. And when I said to them, I was like, yo, I asked her a tough question and she ducked the smoke. That's what happened. And she saw that. And then they pulled up my old tweets. And then, then it went left.
It's always them old tweets.
Them old tweets. Because, like, back in, like, 2017, 2018, I was like a blog. Like, I was messy. I thought I was going to be academics back then. I thought I was better than him. But, yeah, that's what I thought. But then I was like, I was like, I don't like how this makes me... I don't like how... because I was still in this space as well, and I was around different people, and they knew me kind of like as being on like some messy blog, so like they ain't feel comfortable being around me sometimes. I didn't like that feeling. Like I remember being around like Lil Kim, Fab, Nelly, a lot of them, and they was kind of uncomfortable as a
with
man.
you.
That just didn't make me feel good.
Right.
So I was like,
but you were actively, I'm assuming at this time you're making the switch to, because obviously I don't know you to be a blogger.
Exactly.
I just met you in this space, so I'm not privy to what you were doing prior to this.
I'm switching over.
Right.
And at that point in time, like,
but
I was just
what was done and what was said, what had already been said.
Yep.
That digital footprint.
The digital footprint is nasty. So yeah, that was that. One thing I like, you've been doing these meet and greets. I thank you for doing these meet and greets. Reason being, artists are not touching their fans anymore, and I hate that. I
was just talking about that last night. I was like, nobody really does meet and greets.
Yo, artists are not touching their fans no more, so I love the fact you're doing that. But I have to ask you this question: any crazy fan experience you had since you've been doing these meet and greets? Go ahead. The way you close your eyes, girl, that's telling me, like, yes, I did.
You know, I love my babies.
Do we got a nickname for them yet?
I call them everything. I call them morticians.
Oh wow, the morticians. Pimpsesses.
Pimps,
okay.
Everything. I love them very much. Let me say this. Sometimes it is a little overbearing.
Okay.
And you know me. You know my story, my life. I grew up with really severe anxiety. Before I even thought about being in the industry, I was just severely anxious in my everyday life. So imagine that times 10. It has completely been amplified since I've become an artist and have exposed myself and my life to millions of people on a consistent basis. The anxiety is through the roof. But I still try to fight through that and make sure that people understand that I appreciate the fact that they spend their money to come and see me, whether it's buying a ticket or they come to the club and it's free, but they bought an outfit, they got their makeup done, they got their hair done, they make me gifts, none of that is lost on me. There was this one particular show that I had that I have a security guard now. I didn't even used to go ride around with security. It was actually crazy. For 6 years in, I'm finally getting a security guard. I had a show, and the security guard was telling me, like, come on, man, we got to go. Like, da-da-da. But they were there, and sometimes, and I know I be yapping, but all this matters. You got to consider the circumstances. It was like it was a club show, but sometimes they'll be marketed as a club show, and then you get to the club, and there is a stage, and it's platformed, and there are people who have been there since 7 o'clock. So you think that you're going to a club show, but these people thought that they were getting a concert.
Show,
so you'll have a conversation with the promoter, and it'll be 3 songs, and you go about your day, and then people have been there, and you can just kind of see and feel the energy of, like, they are expecting a full-blown show. So I end up going on to do 7, 10 songs, however, overstaying.
Damn.
Overstaying, overperforming, because I want people to feel like it was worth it coming to see me. Some people commute, they travel, they drive hours. I was leaving, I was walking out, and the security guy was like, come on, we got to go. We on song number 7. Like, it's time to get out of here. I go to, and I'm just like, wait, because they're in the front, and they're waving at me, and they want me to grab their phones, and that whole thing. So I grab one of the girls' phones, and I go to, like, take a picture with her, and she kisses me. Literally kissed me. And I was like, oh
no.
I was like, you tried that shit. I was appalled. But it's like, she probably didn't mean any harm, but I genuinely could not believe that she did that, because I would never do anything like that. I would never do that. I don't care how much of a fan of somebody I am. I would never, like, invade their space in that way.
That's dangerous.
And I don't even give we finna kiss in this bitch. I don't even give those vibes.
You've never given the I like girl, not that type vibe. I know that's like a trend now, but I ain't never really seen that.
Well, I like women. I'm married. I'm a married woman.
Yeah,
I'm married, period, though. It's not even about whether I like women or not. It's like, we don't know each other, and that doesn't give, even if you knew that I like women, it's not your place to be kissing me. That's actually crazy. I could not imagine.
It was like on the lips?
It was like a kind of cheek, but it kind of like half cheek, half lip.
What did security say? Like,
we was out of there immediately afterwards, and he was, and they be mad.
You did good.
But I try to respond the best that I can to things like that, because regardless of what I've noticed, I don't have the grace that people will have. Like, you know, when you are the celebrity, the star, whatever you want to call it, you have to really be cautious with the way you respond to things.
That's
even
true.
if you are in the right. Say for instance, we would have been in that bitch fighting.
Yeah, if you would have swung on it, it'd be like, you wrong. Yeah,
it'd been a whole thing.
But I will say,
Monaleo's problematic. Monaleo fighting her fans. Monaleo, that would have been the headlines, and that's never.
But I will say this: I want you to be human. I know as artists, they want y'all to be so perfect, and we gotta protect this image and all that. But one thing I know and I can't bring this out, and I'll say it off air, but I still want you to, like, personally, just still be human. Like, be like, yo, you gonna have a fuck up, you gonna have a mix up. Like, I think we identify better with those artists who we feel like are human, like that are a bit flawed. So, like, you look at the Summer Walkers, you look at the Cardi B's, like, all they shit be online. It'd be crazy.
Yeah.
And I ain't saying I want you to go through no drama like that.
Right.
But
it's a lot.
Yeah,
it's a lot, and I know it's a lot for them.
Yeah.
In private, and I just try to mitigate I have a stressful life. Period. My life is stressful in private, so I just try to mitigate those clips and like those moments to the best of my ability. But sometimes things just kind of get out of your hands. You can't really control everything. But I grew up. I just told you my biggest inspiration is Beyonce, and she, I feel like, has navigated adversity.
That girl,
so
good.
She's great. That is truly my inspiration. Like, you truly never know how she's feeling.
You don't.
And as somebody who has,
we don't even really know her friends outside of Destiny's Child.
And I think, and I actually really admire that, because she gets to maintain a level of privacy.
Yeah.
And when when your life is private, you can kind of mitigate a lot of what happens within your private life. And I really, now that I'm older, I wish I was more protective over my private space.
And beyond the privacy, it also is a safety thing.
Exactly.
Because people can attack your people around you if they don't know who they are.
Exactly. And because I'm so, like, I love my team, the people around me, I love the people who I work with. I put everybody on Front Street, so everybody kind of inherently becomes, y'all
travel deep too.
Many celebs.
Yeah, y'all travel deep.
So sometimes I wish I was a little bit more protective of that. But I'm so prideful about, my family and my friends, my grandmother, my parents, and I want to show the world, like, this is my village, and
I love them.
I love on. Yep, these are the people that I love. So I'm still trying to find a balance.
Before I let you go, what's on that playlist? What you listening to?
What am I listening to right now?
Outside of yourself.
Outside of me. Okay, this is really my play. I'm listening to. So right now I'm in this phase where I'm like, do I want to say this? Nah. I'm listening to a lot of Houston artists right now.
Okay.
And I'm really getting in tune with my roots and making sure that I'm fully versed. So I'm listening to Fat Pat, Scarface, obviously. Love him. Listening to Paul Wall, Lil Kiki, Slim Thug, Lil Flip, Big Mo, Zero, Mike Jones. I'm just looking through my Houston playlist right now.
Playlist. That's
what I'm listening to right now. I'm listening to a lot of the Houston OGs and just trying to immerse myself in the world.
Gotcha.
Now,
when I come to Houston, where we gonna eat at? I'm a fat nigga, so where we gonna eat?
Where we gonna eat at? I like Esther's. We're going to Esther's.
What kind of food Esther's got?
It's a soul food spot.
Soul food spot?
I love Esther's.
Okay.
We going to Spivey's. Eric Spivey. He makes these turkey necks that you've never had before in your life. Boiled turkey necks.
Ooh.
You've never had anything like it in your life. It's crazy.
Spivey's.
Eric Spivey's.
Love that.
We going. Those are 2 places. And then I'm a cook. So we're going to do 3. That's what we're going to eat.
That's what we talk about. Now, really quick, before I let you go, I couldn't let you come here. Now, so this first bag.
I love gifts.
Now, I didn't know if Little Man was going to be with y'all or not, but those are for him.
Okay.
Those are for him.
Let's say my gosh.
Mommy and Daddy friend got y'all something.
Doodlebug. How you know what size shoe my Doodlebug wears?
I did some research. Yeah, we did some research, so I didn't know if he was traveling with y'all or not, so we had to make sure.
No. Little man is
good.
in daycare now, so.
Oh, wow.
We got to get some structure going.
Okay.
We got to get some structure.
Okay. So when you FaceTime him later on, you know,
when he gets out of school. Oh my God.
Yeah, make sure we got him right.
Thank y'all so much.
Ship them back now. These are for you.
Oh my doodle. And we got a coloring book.
There's a coloring book in there? Mm-hmm. Oh man. Okay, DTLR.
He's coloring now, so
that's perfect.
He's figuring things out, so this would be perfect for him.
Okay.
Thank y'all for this. I appreciate this a lot. And then we got a second bag.
Yeah, these are for you.
These are for me.
Yes, those are yours.
Oh. Oh, thank you.
Now, we know you're not a big sneaker wearer, but we figured,
I love sneakers.
You do?
I do.
It didn't like you wear them too much on the internet, so.
What do I wear on the internet besides pink?
Yeah, a lot of pink.
Thank you. Thank y'all so much
and these are for your husband. You know,
I was just going to ask, what about hubby?
Oh, yeah, no, I wasn't.
I'm like, we a unit.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't about to play with that man. I wasn't about to play with him.
Thank y'all so much.
But listen, lady, I thank you for being here. I know you're going to have a great show tonight.
Thank you, Fadam. I'm excited to see you. Who you bringing tonight?
You know what's crazy? I don't know. I was thinking about bringing my artist, but if not.
Who's your artist?
It's a young lady named Lori X Ages. She's dope.
Okay.
She's super active.
Okay.
She a little funny acting
sometimes.
She rap and R&B, but she's
so
more
a little bit
rap.
of both.
Yeah, a little bit of both, but she's more rap.
I definitely think you should bring her.
That's what I'm thinking too, because I want her to see that show.
I definitely think you should bring her.
I really want her to come to this.
That's
she
like super manager. Yeah. You definitely got to do that.
Yeah, that part, right? So that, or I don't know, because everybody wants to go and everybody's hitting me because they like, she follow you. I know you going. Yeah, but I'm not bringing all y'all. Like, that's just not
bring a bus full of people.
Yeah, that's not how that works.
But Fadam, you have lost your privileges. You lost your backstage privileges. Who is this busted people?
Bring all these people with me.
No, bring some people with you.
Thank you.
Let's turn up.
Thank you. We're going to turn up. We're going to have a ball, but I thank you for being here. I'm glad this went good, and I'm glad this happened. Because normally when I'm excited about interviewing people that I love, they usually let me down. They come with no energy.
That happens, yeah.
A lot. It happens a lot. Yeah.
That happens.
Yeah, so, man, you had that experience where, like, you met somebody that you...
Oh, yeah.
For real?
Yes.
That sucks.
Yes. I was appalled. I was like...
That's all the energy you got for me?
I was appalled.
Yeah, no, we can't.
And it was a man. It was not a woman.
Oh,
it was one of my favorite male artists.
It's always with men.
Always men.
I think we probably got the same man that it happened with. But anyway, listen, thank you. When this new project coming, we got a date or we got any name?
I don't even want to do that yet.
No, you don't want to do that yet?
It's still, I'm still forming her. I'm still developing her.
When can we expect it? Like June, July?
We can expect it this year.
This year?
Within the first half of the year.
First half of the year?
For sure, before the summer tour.
Before the summer tour. Before the summer tour. Dad, you're going to be tired. You don't get no...
Oh, I'm going to be tired.
You are touring.
I pray for this.
What's been your favorite city?
Oh, man.
My
favorite city is always, it's either Houston or it's Atlanta.
Houston or Atlanta.
It's Houston or Atlanta.
That's
Atlanta comes with really intense energy. I could drop a song today, and by the time I get to Atlanta, they know it front to back.
Yeah.
And that support is so real and it's so thick out there. So... And everybody always comes deep to the Atlanta show. Same with Houston too. So that's why I'm like, I think it's Houston and Atlanta for me. Always the hometown, and Atlanta's like the backyard. So,
you got any people from back in the day trying to get to you now, or they like this? I'm not talking about old friends and or they on some like you think you all that now. I
mean, they don't really, because I don't carry that energy.
That's
unfortunately, even though I could carry that energy, I actually don't carry that energy. I'm always willing to like speak to people and like rekindle and like because you held a place in my life. We were best friends when we were in kindergarten, second grade, third grade. Like, my bitch, I'm ready to kick it again. That's the type of shit that I be doing that I should be a little bit more cautious of, because people are not the same people as they once were, and we're not kids anymore. We're not children. We are adults, and it's not the same thing. But I am always really excited to hear from somebody that I once knew from years ago, and they're always just so like, I'm so proud of you, and it's always reflective. To me, it always comes off as genuine energy. Like, I think they are genuinely shocked, because like I said, I grew up very reserved, very quiet, very anxious. I always loved to sing, and I would always put myself in position to be like in a talent show or sing at the, basketball games, the national anthem, something like that. So, but I think people are genuinely surprised to see me, the fly on the wall,
Doing her thing.
Doing her thing.
Doing her biggest one.
My biggest one.
Her biggest one. Well, listen, I'm gonna keep supporting. I'm still here for anything you need. And we gonna rock on and have a ball tonight.
Yes, sir.
Listen, Fadam got the juice. DTLR Radio. Monaleo is here.
Hey,
Who did the
hey.
body tour? Second leg is underway, coming to a city near you. Make sure you keep it loud. All right, let's go.
Yeah.